Welcome to the Fixed Player Picks for Gameweek 28. At number 5 is our differential pick this week, Josh King. The Bournemouth attacker is owned by just 3.6% of overall teams and 5.9% of the top 1,000 teams. Over the last 6 game weeks, no other midfielder has scored more than King's 5 goals. He's averaged an attempt on goal every 33.9 minutes, which beats Eriksen, Firmino, Barkley, Mané, Sterling and Ali across the same period. At present, he sits joint 4th for shots on target during the last 6 game weeks amongst midfielders, with 6, just behind the ever-impressive Sigurdsson, Sanchez and the recently wasteful Coutinho. Bournemouth host West Ham in Gameweek 28 in what looks set to be a goal fest between the two sides. Across the 26 games that Bournemouth have played at home and West Ham have played away, there have been a total of 85 goals. That's an average of over 3 goals per game. With King on set-piece duties and having been involved in 83% of Bournemouth's goals over the last 6 game weeks, we feel he's in line to provide attacking returns for his owners this game week. At number 4 is Seamus Coleman. The Everton fullback plays very advanced and takes up the positioning of a right midfielder at times, providing the width for his team. His attacking efforts have been rewarded during the last 7 game weeks, where Coleman has provided an incredible 1 goal and 4 assists. In the last 6 game weeks, only 3 defenders have produced more shots on target than the Everton right-back: Martin Olsen, Harry Maguire and Scott Dan. They've each managed 4 shots on target compared to Coleman's 3. Similarly, only 5 defenders have managed more than Coleman's 7 attempted assists during that period: Cedric, Bertrand, Klein, Valencia and Brunt. Everton have been defending fairly well in recent weeks too. Prior to the defeat to Spurs, they'd managed 5 clean sheets from 7 games. In Gameweek 28, they'll take on a West Brom side that were beaten 2-0 by Crystal Palace last weekend and have managed just 2 wins from their last 5 games. West Brom have managed an average of only 0.92 goals away from home during the season, and given Everton's home defensive record, a shutout here for the Toffees and additional attacking returns for Coleman certainly look plausible. At number 3, it's Sadio Mané. Liverpool bounced back from their defeat to Leicester with an impressive 3-1 win over Arsenal in Gameweek 27, and Sadio Mané was key once again, providing 1 goal and 1 assist. Since returning from the African Cup of Nations, the Liverpool attacker has been involved in 4 of his team's 6 goals in the Premier League, scoring 3 and providing 1 assist. What's even more impressive is the 8.72 points per 90 minutes that Mané has averaged over that period. Our fix algorithm predicts that Mané will score 6.9 points in Gameweek 28, making the Senegalese international absolutely essential to your success this week. Currently, he sits 3rd in the goal-scoring charts from midfield for the season on 12, just behind Ali with 13 and Sanchez with 17. In Gameweek 28, Liverpool will take on Burnley, who have been woefully bad away from home this season, picking up just 2 points from their 13 games. Mané has scored 7 and assisted 6 against sides in the bottom half, and with his goal involvement sitting at 80% for the last 6 game weeks, it's hardly a surprise that we're backing him to do exceptionally well here. At number 2 is Romelu Lukaku. The Belgian striker snatched a consolation goal during the 3-2 defeat to Spurs last weekend to keep pace with Harry Kane in the race for the Golden Boot. However, Lukaku has the pleasure of playing a game in Gameweek 28, and we're expecting him to put in a big performance given his home stats. At home this season, Lukaku has scored 10 goals in 13 games, which in itself should convince you to buy the domineering Belgian forward. But he's also weighed in with 3 of his 4 assists while playing at Goodison Park. Overall, he's 2nd in the top goal scorer charts with 18 goals for the season, missing out on top spot to Kane by 1 goal. Costa, Ibrahimovic, Defoe and Aguero are all chasing Romelu's tail, having scored 17, 15, 14 and 12 respectively. No forward is predicted to score close to Lukaku's 5.2 projected points in Gameweek 28, according to our fix algorithm. Andy Carroll and Andre Gray are the next forwards in the fix algorithm forecast. In Gameweek 28, Everton face a West Brom side that have won just 3 times on the road from 13 games this season. Pulis's side are always resilient, and it won't be easy for Ronald Koeman's players, but Everton are averaging over 2 goals per game at home this season, which bodes well for Lukaku owners. And at number 1 is our headline pick this week, Roberto Firmino. It may come as a surprise, with Liverpool teammate Sadio Mané in such scintillating form, but it's actually the Brazilian who comes into this fixture with the better averages across the last 6 home games. Firmino has averaged more points, goals, shots and shots on target than both Mané and Coutinho during that period. In fact, Firmino has had more shots on target at home this season, with 19, than Eriksen and Ali with 17, Hazard with 15 and Mané with 14. In Gameweek 28, Liverpool host Burnley, and Jurgen Klopp's men will be out for revenge after losing the reverse fixture in the league at Turf Moor. Burnley haven't won a game away from home this season from 13 attempts, having conceded over 2 goals in each on average. Meanwhile, Liverpool have lost just once at home from 13 attempts and have scored an average of 2.6 goals per game in the process. With Firmino's home goal involvement up at 33.3%, that also suggests to us that he will rack up an assist or goal as a minimum in this one. And remember, you can upload your current FPL squad into Fix for free to get customized stats and optimization tools. You can use the Rivals feature to easily compare your FPL squad's performance with the squads of your mates and rivals. Simply enter the FPL ID of one of your rivals and click Add. You can do this for as many rivals as you want. Your rival's squad will then appear below, and you can easily see how many points each of the players in their team have scored, and how many of those players you have in common. There's also an overview of your rival's team versus your team, which tells you how many points each team scored in the latest game week, how many total points each team has scored, and the projected rank for each team. Improve your FPL performance with fixed predictive stats. Click the link in the description below to get started.